Hello, everybody. Before we get into this week's Beer, Toys and Banter, Dunny and myself just wanted to take a few minutes to remember and pay tribute to another giant loss to the Star Wars galaxy, Jeremy Bulloch, who was best known to Star Wars fans for playing Boba Fett. Dunny, I mean, to lose Dave a couple of weeks ago, and now Jeremy is just too much to take, isn't it?
It's still not kicked in yet. I mean, I did a post on the Star Wars Fan Fun Day Instagram, and I don't post much on there because I forget about it, to be fair. And the very last post was the one about Dave. It's that close. It's just unbelievable. It really is. To say we've lost two of the most recognised characters in our beloved franchise in a matter of, 2 weeks?
Yeah, and I think for me, Jeremy is a huge loss because I met him several years ago, and like you, I've met up with him at various conventions. Been fortunate enough to spend time with him, in restaurants and pubs and hotel bars and so on, and eventually becoming trusted enough by him and Maureen to be invited into his home, like yourself, and it's Maureen that I just keep thinking of, mate. They were everybody's going to talk about him being Boba Fett because we're Star Wars fans, and to us, he was Boba Fett. But he was in Summer Holiday.
Robin
Hood. He was in so many stage plays and TV sitcoms and stuff like that. But most of all, the thing that struck me about him was his absolute and utter devotion to his family, but particularly Maureen. They were almost inseparable. Of all the events I've ever gone to, I've only ever been to one event where Maureen wasn't there.
Yeah.
He was devoted to her and she was devoted to him, and they were each other's world. Yes, he was Boba Fett. Yes, they travelled the world together, signing autographs and attending conventions, but they were each other's world, and my heart absolutely goes out to Maureen.
I mean, I think of, again, same with Dave. Bit more than Dave, because I haven't seen Dave for a couple of years because he was in retirement. But I think I saw Jeremy, I think March was the last time I went to his house. And I were even talking to Maureen then about, I don't know if you remember, if you go to the top of their stairs, there's a beautiful image of black and white image of both of them.
From the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And they were such a good-looking, beautiful couple. And I think that showed back then how much they loved each other.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute shame. He was a pure gentleman. He really was.
One of the nice things, if there is a nice thing to come from the passing of these stars, it's that my timeline is lit up with wonderful photos of our friends, Star Wars fans from all over the world, posting their photographs with Jeremy, and many of them with Maureen, and just writing a few lines, their anecdotes of, and their tributes to whoever it may be. In this instance, we're talking about Jeremy. And it lights up Facebook and Twitter. They're the only two social medias that I have, as you know. But it just lights them up with amazing memories of these incredible people.
Yeah, and it also makes you think of the memories. It makes you. I know when I first found out, I was looking for a couple of appropriate photos to show, and some of the amazing times. I mean, one of the fun days, I've got a photo of Jeremy on the dance floor playing air guitar, and you think, really? I've got a photo of him, which I don't know why I've got it. I must have took with Ashley Eckstein. No idea why I've took that, but I've took it. Even down to when we were in Denmark and we were out, and he's got them. They were him and Rusty, and they had them hats on, the Christmas hats, because it was Ulebrig. So I've got some photos like that, and it makes you appreciate your memories, but it brings the memories back up as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of you being sad then becomes being happy because of the memories you spent with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will treasure forever all my memories of Jeremy, but in particular two. One, when I was doing some work for Spaceport on the Wirral, and they asked me to look after the guests, and there were three guests for that particular show. There was Richard Leparmentier, who's sadly no longer with us, Jeremy, and Chris Monk.
Mm.
And I just remember sitting in an Italian restaurant on the Wirral somewhere and listening to the wonderful, wonderful on-set stories, and having to, one, pinch myself, and two, think I shouldn't be here. These are like actors that are sharing stories, and I'm just a fan, and I get to sit here and listen to these intimate stories of what went on set in the film that I've loved for most of my life. And the second one, you've already mentioned it, Ulebrig launch night in Denmark. At the wonderful Star Wars weekends that used to be run by Per Valgren and Michael Nielsen, and they were just amazing events anyway. But that one in particular, as you say, the Ulebrig silly hats came out and all that, and Jeremy was joining in, Rusty was joining in. It was just one of those things that will stick with me forever.
Yeah, I mean, one of my funniest things was, I think it was Celebration Anaheim. Maureen rung me up and she said, "Where do we get us tickets from?" So I don't know if you remember, outside the venue there was a huge fountain. So I met Maureen and Jeremy at that fountain. I escorted them to where they get the tickets from. And Maureen walked straight in. But the security stopped Jeremy because they didn't realise who we were. And they said, "Can I ask who you are, sir?" And he went, "I'm Boba Fett."
Yeah.
They just went straight in, sir. Just stuff like that. It was just a lovely, lovely guy. And Maureen, they've done so much for me in the last, even since he was retired, doing signings at home. I just appreciate everything they did. He was a wonderful, wonderful man, and he will be sadly missed.
Well, Donny, I think we ought to get on with this week's Beer, Toys and Banter, which is our Christmas special as it goes. And so I think the only way we should lead into it, the only fitting way to lead into it, is to say, cheers, Jeremy. We will never forget you. Thanks for everything you did for the fandom and the fans, and for us and for me and Donny individually, both at the Star Wars Fan Fun Day and obviously all the stuff he's done for you, Donny, at Elite Signatures. Cheers, Jeremy. Thanks for everything.
Cheers, Jeremy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Christmas special Beer, Toys and Banter. I'm Nez.
And I'm Donny. Welcome to this week's episode. Right, struggled finding a Christmas beer, so Nez won't be happy, but this is just not about whether it's distribution. Obviously, the brewery's affecting it. They're just very, very few about. So I've gone for next best thing. I've gone for Sticky Toffee Pudding beer from Eagle Brewery, 5%. Interesting beer, this. Let's give it a go. Obviously, sticky toffee pudding. I'm wanting to taste the toffee, and I'm wanting to taste the sweetness, but not too much. If you know, when you get a sticky toffee pudding, you get the top bit of the sweetness of the sticky toffee, but the pudding balances it out. So that's what I'm hoping for. Not too sweet, 5%. So it's quite a decent strength beer. So let's give this. This could go either way. This. So this is Sticky Toffee Pudding beer from Eagle Brewery, 5%. So let's see if I'm getting sticky toffee. Nothing. No smell. Can't smell that. That's never a good sign, is it? But I can't smell anything there. You know, sometimes you open a beer and nothing. You know, sometimes you open a beer and you get that initial. There's nothing on that. Maybe if there is anything, it's. No, there's nothing. Let's give it a taste. Oh no. No, the taste definitely makes up for it. Definitely getting the sticky, definitely getting the toffee flavour. Getting the burnt flavour, if you know what I mean. You know, when you get something like that, it always tastes burnt, doesn't it? So I'm getting that. I didn't think I would thereafter because there's just no smell whatsoever. That's really nice, actually. That's really nice. Again, I know I've said it before. Lovely warming beer. Is it a session beer? No, but I don't think any of these are session beers. You know, I think they're one beer. But after the nose on that, I certainly didn't expect it to taste like that.
Cracking little beer, that, doesn't it? Glad you enjoyed it, mate. Cheers.
I can definitely taste the toffee and the pudding in that. That's really nice. So, Nez, what are you drinking, mate?
Well done, it. Obviously, with it being our Christmas special, it had to be a Christmas beer. So I've gone for South Walls Christmas Ale. It's a seasonal guest beer that Marks and Spencer get in every year, or they certainly have for the last few years. 4.2%. It's a really, really nice Christmassy beer. I've tried this one a few times over the last few years. As you can see, very dark, almost like a porter in colour, but it is an ale. And when you first get a swig of it, that is the taste of Christmas in a glass. You can taste the malt, you can taste star anise, you can taste cloves. All the Christmas spices are in there to give it that really warming Christmas flavour. And at 4.2%, it's a session beer. You can knock a few of these back on Christmas Eve or even on Christmas Day itself. It's a great little beer. I encourage everybody to try it if you've got a Marks and Spencer near you. It's an amazing little Christmas beer. Cheers, Dunny.
Nice beer. Again, when I went to Marks's, they didn't have any this week. So, toys. Right, this week I'm back on Batu and I'm going for Mountain Trooper. Again, from the Galaxy's Edge Trading Post collection. Just to put on, obviously, on the Galaxy's Edge shelf. This is another one I got from our friend Nick Roach. So let's have a look at this. So it comes obviously with the standard rifle. So my initial thoughts with this is I'm loving the colour of it actually. I'm loving the colour. It's kind of a bluey grey, but I am colourblind, so it could be any colour. But no, I'm loving the. I'm glad they didn't do just pure white on that. So again, articulation's great. Does what it needs to do. I'm not a big, I'm not too bothered about articulation because what am I going to do with him? I'm just going to put him in a stand, so it's not a big thing for me, but put his gun in there, put it in one hand, put it in the other hand like he's patrolling. See if I can actually do this. Oh, I'm getting good at this. There you are. Yeah, there you are. Got his gun on, patrolling. It's a beautiful sculpt. I think the colours on the helmet look amazing. Nice gun. Do you know what? The more I see these, the more I didn't want to like him because I don't really. I'm a 3 3/4 guy, but they are stunning. They are absolutely stunning figures.
Yeah, great little toy, mate. Really, really cool.
No, see, I didn't know that. There must be a reason for that. I've just noticed. No, it's alright, it's me. We're looking at the articulation, but no, it's good. We've said it before on many a show. These are Hasbro at the best. The 6-inch figures are just, some of them are just absolutely incredible. And I think that's a really, really nice figure. I just wish they could do it on the 3 3/4 figures, because sometimes they produce some real bad figures, but that's a beautiful figure. So that's my figure. That's the Black Series 6-inch Mountain Trooper, all the way from Batu. Right, Nez, what have you got for us, mate?
Well, as it's the Christmas special, I'm going to open not one, but 2 6-inch Black Series. And the first one's in my Chewy Christmas stocking, so let's get that out. As you can see, I've gone for the Range Trooper Holiday Edition. Now these Holiday Edition figures have split the fans down the middle. Not just between the ones who celebrate Christmas and the ones who don't or whatever, but those who believe you shouldn't mess with a range trooper, he should be a range trooper, and those like me who think it's a tremendous holiday Christmas novelty item. And as you can see, what they've done with the range trooper is they've decked him out like Santa, and there's a little Dio type droid in the box that's been done to look like Rudolph. Really, really fun Christmas item. So I'll open that one in a sec. And the other one, now I believe there are 4 elves, but I've gone for the Clone Trooper Holiday Edition one. There's also a Stormtrooper, I think a First Order Stormtrooper and a Snow Trooper, something like that. But you can see that they've done that up as a little elf there. And you can see that this comes with a porg that's made to look like a little Christmas penguin. Really, really fun little Christmas items. So let's have a closer look at them. So let's have a look at the Range Trooper first. As I said, I quite like the fact that they've done him up as Santa. I think it's really cool. So let's get him out. So there's the little Dio Rudolph. That's quite a cute little fun item. And then we've got the Range Trooper himself, dressed as Santa, with his ice gun accessory. So let's stick that in his hand. Is it a gun or is it a vibra blade? I'm not quite sure. I think it might be a gun. Or maybe it is a vibra blade. Who knows? Great detail, snow on the boots. You know, the way that they've transformed him into Santa. Really, really, really clever use of an existing mould. You know, and normally I'm the one complaining about them reissuing, repaints, whatever. But it is a nice, fun Christmas item, that. So let's get one of his elves out now. There's the little porg, painted to look like a Christmas penguin. And here's the Phase 2 Clone Trooper elf. He's got his Christmas armour on, look, you can see with little TIE fighters, like a Christmas jumper. And again, you know, really nice repaint to make him look like a Christmas elf. And he comes with a candy cane sort of vibra blade thing. So I'll stick that in his hand. And there you go. Holiday Range Trooper, Holiday Clone Trooper, with a little Dio and a little porg. Well, that just about wraps it up for this Beer Toys and Banter Christmas special. There's just one thing left to do, and that's to go over to Santa Nez and get the answers to the Christmas toy movie quiz that we set last week. And don't forget that everybody who got the answer correct and put it in the comments before this episode goes out will win a Beer Toys and Banter patch. So you could give us a great Christmas present by giving us a thumbs up, or even better present by subscribing. Tell your friends about us, leave us your comments, and we'll see you next time on Beer Toys and Banter. Merry Christmas, done it. Merry Christmas, everybody. Well, how did you go on with our Christmas quiz? The toys, can you name all the movies that these toys are from? Did you get them all? Let's have a look. So obviously over here we've got Gremlins. This one, Turbo Man from Jingle All the Way. Here's Kevin from Home Alone. Here's S1 and all the characters from Arthur Christmas. Here's the Who's and the Grinch himself from The Grinch. And these ones at the front are a set of Burger King toys from the Santa Claus. How many did you get? Hope you got all of them. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Antoinez. Unfortunately, nobody got everyone correctly. So nobody's officially going to win a Beer Toys and Banter patch. But Mark Shabby Chic, you was one slightly off. So I'm going to send you a patch. PM one of us at your details, mate, and it will be in the post to you. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.